Hello everyone, welcome to this video series using Excel as a database. This is second video of the series, so let's get started. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this video, I'm going to show you a model where when I'm saying that let's give Excel an application look, what does that mean? And we are going to study some friendly functions. So let's first go to what is database look of Excel. So let me open an Excel file for you and let me get away from your I'm away and let's open that file. Where it is. Yeah, here it is. Where it is now. Here it is. So you can see this is Microsoft Excel. So this is the database look, where it's the application look of Excel. If I click on this payment, I get another window. If I go back, I have these dashboards. If I go to new types, there's another window, and like that. So we can't see Excel, but we can see the user forms that control the whole database, and user cannot access the table. So this is what I am talking about, that when we are going to use Excel as a database, we should be developing this type of look instead of working on Excel table. So if I hide this menu, then we can have this Excel, and this is the backend, right? So we can see many tables, but these are not visible to the user. This is a sample workbook, that's why I can access the tables, but when this will be a complete model, user will not be able to access this workbook. He will only be working on the user form. So let's close this, and this was the look we are trying to build in this series of videos using Excel as a database. Okay, so let's talk about some friendly functions. We should know about them. So let's open Excel file. And here is our Excel file. And first, let's say we have this A, B, C, D, E, and we have some 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this into 100. So this is the sample data we have, and what we are going to do, we are learning over here, is we are going to talk about the XLOOKUP function. This is the new function in Excel, that is XLOOKUP. So if I want to find if I want to find C in this range, and I want the result from the third column, which has 300. So I will say is equal to X lookup. I want to search C in this column, and I want to get the result from this column. Okay, and I want the exact match, which is this is good enough. Not found, match, exact match, and that's it. So the answer is 300. VLOOKUP had the limitation that it cannot find from the left side, but now XLOOKUP can find result from the left side also. Okay, because now instead of giving the range, we are giving our equation two columns, one to search it and one to get the result, right? So this was XLOOKUP. Next thing I am going to talk about is I hope that you were able to see, because I didn't zoom in. So let's zoom in. For example, I'm going to talk about left, right, mid, and find. These functions. These are important when we are developing some database or trying to find some results. These functions help in picking up data from within the text. For example, I have this the aeroplane is blue. Alright, so if I say is equal to find, what I should find, I want to find E within this text B2. The answer is 3 because 1, 2, 3, this is the first E I have found. What if I want to find the second E? Then I have to use the optional, which is the starting number. If I don't use this, every time find will start its search from the left side of the string. But if I say we found E at the third place, 3 plus 1, now the search will start from the fourth place. So it will be 4, enter. Answer is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the space is the character. 5 and 6. The second E was found at the sixth place. So what is the right function is equal to right. I want to get from the right side 4 characters. The answer would be right, blue. Okay, answer is blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 characters from the right side. If I say is equal to left, comma 7 characters from the left side, the answer would be THE space AER. These are 7 characters from the left side. And now mid. Remember, mid is not the exact middle. If I say is equal to mid, this is the text. Now in the mid function, I have to say start. From where to start picking the text? Let's say I say 8. 8, and how many characters I want to pick? I say 7. Answer would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. O is 8 and I want 7 characters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and the space. So these are the friendly functions that will help us in developing a database. And if I say len length, that is len function. So this will give me count of the characters this cell has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have a space also. So it gives me 7. So the answer is 7. So this text has 7. And likewise, if I copy this, this is also 7 and this is 4. So left, right, mid, find, and length, LEN. Now I am going to talk about how to get column numbers and column alphabet, right? So this indirect I am skipping because there is a series of 3 videos available on indirect function. I will add a link to it. It will be appearing somewhere over here when the video is uploaded on the YouTube. But right now we are going to talk about getting column numbers and alphabets. So let's get back to Excel. Where is Excel? Oh, I closed it. Sorry for that. All right. So I want to get the character and the numbers. So number is very simple. If I say COLLUMN bracket start bracket close, I will get the number. Wherever I am, I will get the column number. Oh, sorry, you can't see. Sorry for that. Now you can see I am at column XFT, so I'm getting this 16,384 columns are there in Excel. If I copy this to here, you can see, and likewise. Okay, but what if I want to get the column number? I want to get the column alphabet, not the number. So what I can do is I can say cell address. So I want to know the address of a cell, comma, and the reference is B2. Answer would be P2. I get the benefit of this function is that if I copy this over columns, I will get the cell reference of the whole column. Now I want to get the column reference out of this address. How I can do that? It is very simple. Let me zoom in. Yeah, this will be better for you. So first of all, I want to, how I know that what is the column alphabet? The column alphabet is between the two dollar signs, right? This dollar sign and this dollar sign. So if I find, I know the first position of the dollar sign, that is the location 1. I want to know the second. So find dollar sign, dollar sign within this text, and starting from, not from the left, because I know the left character is dollar sign, but from the second. Okay, so I will get the answer 3. So first dollar sign is at 1, I know, and the second one is at 3. So I want to pick up the alphabet in between, is equal to mid from this text, starting from second, it is always second, and getting from 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1 or 3 minus 2, 3 minus 2, because we don't want the, is it right? I've got the B. Let's copy it and see if it works. No, it is not working because we don't have these equations over here. So element A and G. Let's see if these equations work when we have 3 characters, X, E and Z. So let's go back and see. These are the equations. You can see first I found the cell address, then I found the location of the second dollar sign, and then using the mid function I picked up the alphabet. So I hope this trick will help you out and you will be able to find out the alphabets of the column. So we are getting ready to go for database. So if you have learned something new, think about getting this video thumbs up. And if you have a question, leave it in the comment. I will answer that.